page 7 of the Kurukulla prayer book for refuge and bodhicitta. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then I prostrate. With pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom motion like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior, having great compassion, the founder, having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms' atoms in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heap, curd like cloud, O Losondrapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead on lion-throned lotus and moon, Venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear, and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned 8 mundane concerns, made life essence-full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely mass in your Dharmakaya sky. Pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. Whatever virtue that I've here gathered, bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Losondrapa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migme Tsewe Te Chen Chen Rezik Gyume Kempe Wampo Jompel Yang Du Fu Malu Jon Se Son We Dak Gan Chen Kepe Son Gen Tsongkhapa Lo Son Drop De Jabla So Adem. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rantagri on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element, and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance, and so forth up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasongate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the three faces Dakinis. Akasamara Sachidara Samaraya Pe. Tayatao Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasom Gate Bodhisoha. Through the power of the truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the four Maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, Shante Kuri Soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse, harmful conditions, may all be conducive in perfect auspiciousness. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Puki Jonshin Meton Tramri Rabling Ji Ni Degem Padi Sangye Jingu Migte Ua Yitokunam Dag Jila Chupasho Jetsun Lama Dampakenam Kurukulla Center Dream Drigne Jita Tsampe Duje Jima Lasha Ge Chuki Chapavatu So Idam Guru Ratmanandala Kaniyatayami Chodang Soki Chognam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Ki Pesonam Ki Jola Penche Songge Dropa Sho Chodang Soki Chognam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Ki Pesonam Ki Jola Penche Songge Dropa Sho Chodang Soki Chognam La Jangchub Badu Dagni Kapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Ki Pesonam Ki Jola Penche Songge Dropa Sho
Good morning. Today is nice weather. Yeah, it's very wonderful. Tomorrow is Tibetan New Year. Tomorrow, if baby born today, tomorrow they're 2 years old. Yeah, we say like that. Yeah, even they're born today, tomorrow they're 2 years old. Yeah. This is how they count. Usually the Tibetan New Year, we have a lot of snow. This year, not snow. I don't know if this is good or bad. Say good. Anyway, wonderful to be able to wake up this morning, to able to come here. Even in order to come here, you need to so many different conditions. It's not just happen. Maybe we come here, or usually go to some watch movie. The watch movie is more easy. Take that way. It's according to Tibetan Buddhism. Therefore, in order to practice meditation, doing good things, and we need a lot of effort. It's not easy. Also very easy to get bored to good things. Therefore, it's wonderful. I would like to everyone to learn meditation. First you think about front you, as you see Buddha Shakyamuni statue, like similar that, it's not like the iron solid one, real Buddha, wearing the monk's robes, like smiling face, not too old, not too young. And around Buddha also, all the Bodhisattvas, gurus, as I always say, like hundreds, thousands of monks. First you like set up like that kind of motivation, and also your place will stay so very calm, comfortable, warm, peace. Like think about like that. Then aware yourself. First go slowly, slowly your body. Just relax. Peace. what you're thinking right now. Not try to thinking something, but I'm sure your mind also already thinking something. Just aware. Let's just watch your mind. Not try to stop. Doesn't matter you're thinking good or bad. Just watch how long your mind focus on object. It doesn't stay too long on object, it will go different way. But just to aware. Any kind of object is okay. Just aware. Remind. Now try to remind, keep one object, not forgot, not move others. You can think by your mind, Buddha's image, any kind. How long you can keep your mind one object. Try to keep that. Before we doesn't try to keep, now try to keep one object. Now allow to everyone focus the Buddha's image. If you close your eyes, you don't remember Buddha's image, you can watch looking Buddha's image. First, just Buddha's face, very clear. Same as when you see on the mirror your own face, you can see all very clear. Same as like the Buddha's image. light. You can do your mind to exercise to Buddha's image. But this time it's not Buddha's image like being the color of the light, shape of the Buddha. This is the Buddha image. Yeah, you can push back this chair. That's good. Good to you, welcome everyone. Yeah. Sometimes your mind very focused something, if something happen, it's very here very clear because your mind very focused some one object. Good exercise. Yeah, do you see, even we have that very focused one object toward Buddha's image, but behind them our mind still we have very strong think and the me. You know, I want to serve very self. Something is very scared or very like that. Like that something scared or something how you say like exciting. Yeah, that time you feel your me.
It's the survival instinct.
Yeah. Okay, like that kind of, you can exercise your Buddha's image, like like dim light. First we cannot see the light. First like Buddha's image like solid one, then they become clear, then try to become a little light, then light become a little bigger, small, bigger, small. The only focus the Buddha's image. Therefore, like exercise our mind. Okay, like that's for easy, not difficult. Okay, I think that the chairs that don't meditation too much, or maybe the meditation doesn't go through. You just your body just but your mind go to all different directions. Yeah, they were always mentioning, whatever we pray or whatever we practice, we need to look at action. Then we can see the result. Otherwise, we read book, oh yeah, that's, oh yeah, bodhicitta, oh emptiness, oh yeah, selflessness. We know that, but we don't really do the exercise, then it doesn't change our mind. Right? Same as, if you know how you cook, you have all the things to, you can make food, but you don't do action, then you don't get food. Even you put your food in your mouth, you need to chew. Then you have to, how you say, swallow. It doesn't, otherwise it doesn't get the food. Same as practice, okay. We know and do the practice is different. Right? What do you think? Think same or different? We know what's bodhicitta, we know what's emptiness, we know what's the compassion, we know what's dead impermanent, but we don't really exercise our mind, then we don't really get much result. We are just the same all the time. We say, oh, I know. Then also, sometimes it's a little bit dangerous. If you really know, then you don't do practice, then you know how much feeling is. I want to explain bodhicitta, yeah, I say, oh, yeah, not there, yeah. Compare, oh, yeah, not there. You have just nothing much to feeling, whatever we see, whatever we read. Therefore, try to every day do a little bit meditation, okay? Now we do a little bit meditation for emptiness, okay? This time, usually emptiness means what? Emptiness means empty. Emptiness means that nothing exists inherently. It means what? Nothing exists how we see, how we appear. It's not like that. If we go to more details, one by one, we don't find any solid. Therefore, think about the, you say, okay, everything's empty. Just think about, whatever I hear, whatever I see, whatever I, smiling, whatever I taste, whatever I touch, is not exactly the same as what I feel. Everything is not exactly how I appears for me. Think about like that. Then right now you don't have much feeling, but it become more, takes more time. Then you really feel, as I always mention, when we have the big pot, the cold water, we turn on the gas. First, they don't have any gas. It takes to warm the pot. It takes a long time. But if fire just leave that, then slowly become hot. Same as that. First we meditation emptiness, we don't have much feel. So what that? Right now you say, okay, then nothing exists inherently. Also then nothing, everything is not the same as what appeared for me. You think about that, but you don't have much feeling, but think about that more, that you really feel, then you really get the level, then you have no attachments, no jealous, no hatred, because all the negative actions, attachment, anger, jealous, is come from the subjection. When you understand that emptiness, then your subjection can go away slowly. Okay? Okay, a couple minutes we can do meditation for emptiness to, how can I say, everything is not exactly same, is appeared for me. Think about like that. There are two ways. You can just think that, stay there, or you can analytical meditation. How exists everything? Why that not exist what I appeared for me? You can do two ways, each one fun for you, okay? Or you can say one flower, beautiful flower color, yellow, red, blue, orange, what colors? So which one flower? The red or yellow, blue, what's beautiful? They all come together, we call flower beautiful. The yellow is not, blue is not, red is not, the white is not. Okay? Even you can think of yourself, you think your own name. Who are you? Who I am? Are you above my body? My stomach? My head? My brain? My legs? Which one's me? That's good enough. Otherwise, another chair. Okay. Yes.
When you meditate on emptiness, does it bring you to renunciation? Or because you're meditating no self and emptiness, so you have less attachment? Do you
Yeah.
go to renunciation and then generate bodhicitta?
Yeah, they will come. Because right now we have strong touch for everything is there, me, we put, difference. When you have understand the emptiness, you say, oh, this is not me or nothing that. Everything's the same. They are the same as me, to wish to happy, wish to healthy, wish to successful. You have things like ego, you can see that. It'll be very good for the bodhicitta bring is the push or like a self-forgetting bodhisattvas before get the visualization or general bodhicitta, they understand the emptiness. Therefore, emptiness is very powerful. Well, when you have strong understand emptiness, the you of subtraction will go away. All the root, all the negatives, root of the negatives is subtraction. Me. We say solid. Me. I'm Mark. Right? I'm Michael. You go deep. Deep is okay. It's my hair, my hand, body. It's like example, my whole body. It's not me. If you really go deep, we don't really find who I am. You go to the morning or evening or whatever, you go to the watch, look at your mirror, right? Mirror, you say you just put shape, some makeups, things. You put your body, it's not you, right? Like example, this is a very easy way to, when we die, we put our body to the, how you call it, the box? Cough, right? Coffin, or cough in. We say, do we say this person is dead? The dialect? Say the person's body dead. If someone John died, we want to, especially this country we want to go to see, right? They put the makeup, nice. They put work. Do they die like they say the John's there or the John's body is there? How you say that?
They say John.
Oh?
John's dead.
The John's dead, right? But his body, there's a John or there's a John's body. I'm not saying John's dead, I'm going to say John's work, right? Therefore, do we say this is John's body or is it John's here? Do you say that? We don't say John's there, right? Yeah, there's a good person, but they really think this person's there?
They think the soul is gone.
Those are gone, right? The soul is not there. But John's there. Everyone says John's body is there. Goodbye, John's body. But you really think it that way. Usually, what we do or what we accept in the reality, they're completely different. Completely different. But we don't really feel. We think, oh, this is true. Yes. Hey, John, I'm sorry. You're the very good person. Everyone try to cry. John's already gone. Before John, everyone's, criticized John. He's a very bad person, short temperature. He do that. Oh, he died. Even, his family members, they say, John's a terrible person. He's always a troublemaker. Then John died, then John become best person. Right? Everyone's try to cry, then they cry, laughing together. It's very funny sometimes. They say, he said, wow, he did that, just everyone, wow. Completely different. Right? it shows, you know, we Peshana. Mado Karo, Chidero. Midden King, Tada Lamboche that in the Tapa Trune, shared the Midden King, Tamai by Lomboche Mabakosh, in your was. And he called tell me, that Chabat and the Yamata, Ganzuta Yabondo, Shuchimula, Gamosho there was. And you call Norgeba Coagos.
So it's just like, for example, like a conjurer or a magician, you know, when he creates a piece of wood or piece of stone into a horse or elephant, and then this elephant or horse, you know, created by the magician, does all these tricks, and then people get very surprised. They say, "Oh, wow, wow," like that. But then the magician, to him also it appears like the horse or the elephant that he created through, you know, his magic. Doing the tricks also, and but he doesn't get surprised. Other people get surprised. He doesn't get surprised. He knows, oh, this is not a real horse. It's not a real elephant, you know. And he made them do it. But it appears to him, but he knows it's not real. But other people, you know, it appears to them, and they think it is real. So that's the difference, like that. Is there a magician like that in this country? Yeah? Is there a magician like that in this country?
India, the lot.
You can that, you know, like throw a spell on your eye, and then with that it makes you see the things that are not real. No?
We have magicians. They can make elephants disappear.
Yeah, like
the
that.
hand is quicker than the eye, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah. Similar. Yeah.
Today the Cardana, why have to talk about that? Today the authentic Nando Nga say do it. Nandu Sama Nadanguni Nakona to think that Drago Marte.
So just like that, the eye that appears to us and the eye that really exists are different like that.
Cheta Muni Ngai Ranch, Ngai Netsu, Ngai Niluk Togon Samala, Ani Nans Shuchan or Nans Shuchan Lord.
So when you come to realize the actual mode of existence, you know, of this I or self, then grasping at the self existing from its own side becomes less.
Okay? Then the candidate channel Tambo Yabu Sambada Pena. Nadu Kodolayati Yamana Neg Samanaji Chamber, Yamana Gala Natures, Yamana Namila Natures, Yamana Drave Castle, Yamana Lamba Castle, Tenija Kaji, Tambo Gale or the Yundes.
And so, for example, for any kind of delusion, you know, it arises. You know, it arises from the grasping at the self, I. Yeah. So, like when you become angry, for example, so you become angry because you think, oh, somebody hurt me, you know, or somebody said something bad to me, or somebody, you know, hurt to my family, my friends, or somebody just, you know, crossed the line in front of me, or something like that. You know? So because of always thinking me, grasping or, you know, cherishing or me, and from there comes the other delusions like anger and so forth. Is it like that? So when you look for that kind of I, can you find it? So we know that our body is not us, right? My body is not me. That's 100% sure, right? Any doubt about that? Thinking that my body might be me? No? No doubt? So even when we say, you know, about our body, we say my body, we don't say I body, right?
You say that?
It's the same as saying my car, my house, right? But we don't separate like that. So we don't have that feeling that my body is me, but we have very strong attachment to our body.
John, not John, I'm the John, I'm the Mark, I'm the Michael, okay? You can see yourself? You don't see? Do you see me? You see me?
I see your aggregates.
No, if I ask her, do you see me? What you say?
Yes.
Do you see me? Are you sure?
I have a designation, so I see that designation, yes.
Designation.
민 딱봐 저 아직 계실라는 즉 다야죠라 어떻게 통과했어
So I labeled,
딱시리
it's not Nancy, it's not, so that's in my mind, okay?
so you see the basis of designation
Tenga maro was.
so but the basis of designation is not me though, right?
Ultimately, no. Conventionally, it works.
Nga zukchene maro was.
그런 생각은 다 던담벌 말했어 군접벌 했어
And kunzo nga yore.
so there is a conventional I.
Yeah.
Yours.
Works.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. 제가 ngandu tanye pa taya nga yore was. Ngandu panjik te tanye taya nga yore was.
So there is a I, right? There is I. So there is a I that we label at something called I, right?
Yenaya te pa tsene nyega maro was.
But if we look for I, can you find it?
제가 nga me tomba nyesa te teyo malo mashida yito me kese marda yore was.
So that's what it means, like, you know, when you say emptiness of I, that means like you can't find I upon searching. But doesn't mean that I doesn't exist. I does exist, but, you know, it's empty of existing from its own side.
Right? Nge tomba la mabushina I'm beautiful like was.
So when you apply makeups on your face, do you say I'm beautiful?
I'm a handsome guy.
I don't.
But those who does.
Do you say today I'm handsome? You put the, you know how you say you put tie, shave, then hair, how you say like nice. Oh, today I'm handsome. Even maybe you don't say, but you are in that. You say, oh, today I'm good. Yeah. Today I'm going to say we jalol tene shuchi ma tu chine pa ane tsena kaji tsena nyega marisa kaji ro. Today I'm going to bena today nge sem tibudu nga sem do ngadore mendo.
And so like that, you know, when we do have this strong thing at the I, but then when we look for that, yeah, we will not find it. Yeah? So like even the mind, like, you know, so the body is not us. We figure that out. What about our mind? You know, even we say my mind, we don't say I mind also, right? So mind is not I either.
제가 두지 바탄 bena namju ngaraso bena samsuda ngune sta ratan drag marisa talap tunin decision tusilda.
So anyway, when we think in this way, then we will find out that the way we think about the things and the way they really exist doesn't match with each other.
Okay? Yes.
The same with like people's view. I think people's view tend to also tie to people's ego.
Yeah, that's strong. Very. Who has more ego, the view is more strong. They don't want to give up. You know, special, I think everyone, you know, because we have problem always,
So all the problems that comes in between us is because of our views, because of our different views, right? And we're not able to, like, you know, accept each other. So we're not able to separate, you know, the person from his or her emotions, negative emotions, you know, delusions, right? We're not able to separate. So that's why, you know, we think, oh, that person's bad. And if we are able to see the separate, you know, separation, the separate, you know, of those two, person and person's emotion or person's delusion, then we can, it will be easier. So, oh no, this is not, it's not that person, it's person's delusion. When you blame on delusion, then you don't get angry towards the person.
Excuse me.
So like for example, your good friend, right, is drunk and then, you know, causes problem to you. What will you do?
Oh, he was just drunk.
Yeah.
Brad,
Yeah.
we not really too serious. Tako rasi mewachi, ani kuchina na, ani ngandu kondoma asa kruwa.
It's like he's intoxicated, right, by alcohol, and we don't blame him; we blame to the alcohol, right? And then if he's not angry, I mean, if he's not intoxicated or drunk, then you will be angry towards him.
Right? 제자 간도 그 미당 미기 녀모 카치더나 간도 콜 코로마사 팽도.
So if we are able to separate the person and person's delusion like that, then it will help us to not get angry towards person.
It's true. 제자 자세치 뭐 시발에 슌줄 내가 두배 나라야. 아니 미당 미기 녀모 카치고레스.
And so that's what Shantideva advised in his Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life in the 6th chapter. You have to separate person from person's delusions.
Therefore, 저나 미치라 콘도 사거든나 슌줄 내가 두바데 약보 절로다 된 빼야 펜톡 좀 봐.
And so if you have a problem with the anger, then you should read the 6th chapter of the Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life.
Okay?
It will be very helpful.
제자 뭐 따완 잡아. 근데 저번에 미코나 코노마다 딱 따와들 줬다. 거 되는 안도 쉬지 뭐 그걸 될 줬다 그러다.
And so like that, if the person is a very strong view, then don't get angry towards the person, but think of that the strong view of the person, and blame on that view.
제가 가상도 네 다나 자제고는 안도 소바졌다. 남지 미지다. 그 남지 배 계속 야고시야 나 주다 벽에 주다 그저 가는 배 야고시야. 다고 라스나 아니 가도데 그 메스도 와이나 그배 갑도 거나 아니 그 다고 그 녀러시야. 제가 가다 때 정원에 나데 녀러시 민갑자는데 때 녀러시야 버려다이나 녀러시에서 때 코로사게 뭐 가르잖아. 단지 이제 고고 라스야 되지. 제 민갑자는 미친가도 지금 남다가도 코로사게 왔어. 제가 녀모다 미니 카치도 와이나 배 무슨 펜도 살 때. 데 펜도 누가는 뭐 예살람다 되게 냠노도 동이도 왔어.
So Geshe has this group of people, and over the internet they all get together and talk, about 500 people. So they all talk and they discuss and explain the things to each other, which is very good. And the people are very nice talking to each other, giving their suggestions and giving advice and so forth. So it's very helpful. But there was this one guy, and he was drunk, and then he was like blaming to the people, and causing problem, and then just exposing their faults and so forth. And so, but the people who were his kind of victim, they didn't get angry with him because they know he's drunk. So he's intoxicated by alcohol, so he's talking and drunk, and therefore they didn't get angry. And so just like that, if we are able to separate the person from person's delusion, then it will be really helpful. And it's not only like what it is said in the teaching, but is we can understand that through our own experience.
제다다 산이 애니 코라탄서다 간도 콜라버다 쫓듯이 근데 코 못하네. 딱 굳이 다 듣고 계속 마셔로 치세.
So next day when he was not drunk, then the people talked to him and said, "Oh, yesterday you said that like that. Oh, really? I did?" And he was so embarrassed. And says, "Please don't talk about that." Like that.
제가 간도 아니 미다 녀문이 카치도 와이나 아니 땡가도 다니 남주 밑에 제당 슈팽겨서리.
So like that, if we are able to separate person from their delusions, then it will help us very much to live our life more positively.
Okay. 와다데 세당 남주는 안 나중은 로당도 거지. 아니 간단한 소소제라 차바초로 동아이 제다 아니 지도 공부 차바초로 동아이 제다 아니 동반에 남의 공부 요래.
And so in order to reduce these kind of delusions or like attachment, anger and so forth, we should meditate on emptiness or selflessness and so forth.
아니 다 나중에 지다 야샘 작게를 쳐다 아니 상습점 공고요 말이.
And like that, in order to expand our mind towards other sentient beings, then we have to meditate on bodhicitta.
제가 상접고 샘다 돈이 또베 따와 샤름이 딱 군이 냠도 냠도고요 말이.
And so this has to coincide with each other, these two, the emptiness and the correct view of emptiness and extensive mind, bodhicitta.
아니 상접고 샘매와는 야 돈이 또베 따와 주부야 산제 도요 말이.
So without bodhicitta, just alone with the emptiness, we will not be able to achieve state of full enlightenment.
어디 드네다 가서 상접고 샘게 팽이 아니 다 맞줘요베나니 다 고아데 가서 로서면 그도 고아데 파진데 시작해서 말이.
And so we among these 10 benefits, of generating bodhicitta, we were on the 9th one, right? So I think we read already the 9th, but didn't have time to discuss on that.
What? What outline number?
333, 332. Outline number 332.
At page 512,
Blue book.
blue book.
What page is the red book?
560. Oh, sorry. Wrong book, 561.
Or the blue book, gold book also?
561. What has the red book?
His red book.
So outline 332.
Who got the gold book? No, red book.
Starts
Benefit 10,
561.
561.
561.
Okay? 단디나 가는 안에 샤적의 셈매바이나 돈이 이제 따와 짬베 아니 이실 다 쏘는 거속 이실 속 조토 말했어. 손이 도시 드니 빠져다 집어 방완 다 조어 근도 상지 셈지 들으셔 말했을 텐데 셈도 요나 아니 상하지 세지라 상하지 니 바장 샤죠 셈 요나 쇼를 되면은 아니 하지 타와라 손음 충원을 주는 거 말했어 봐. 샤죠 셈 봐이나.
And so without bodhicitta, they're saying in this outline that this is in this context, without bodhicitta, even if you have the correct understanding of correct view, emptiness, then you will not be able to complete the accumulation of both merit and wisdom, and and then will not be able to achieve enlightenment. So even if you have the realization of emptiness, and but without generating bodhicitta, even if you enter into the tantric path, you will not be able to achieve state of full enlightenment.
现在安尼我都滚都想去个什么，点都想去什么，你有的吧是？
So there are two kind of bodhicitta, right? Ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta.
Okay. Do you remember the what different, Mark? What's that? Correct.
What's the difference between ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta?
Do you remember that?
Conventional, I think of aspiring bodhicitta, where you have the intent, but you haven't fully developed it yet.
No. No. 滚都想去什么，点都想去什么。
So conventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta, the two kinds, right?
Okay, ask her.
Bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta is the desire to become enlightened for the sake of all sentient beings.
Okay. 아니,点都想去什么？
Ultimate bodhicitta.
Okay. How about Deborah?
Understand all the sentient beings are empty, as I am, so
가로 돈이 더.
그래서 이제 상마 가서 소소는 아주 나 동반 아주 상마 동반했어요.
Okay. Then who else? Baal.
Used to, I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Bob.
The direct realization of emptiness in the continuum of an Arya Bodhisattva.
Okay. Jennifer.
yes, yeah, the direct realization of emptiness in the continuum of
야. 데려다 던지고 하고 왔어. 샹치 셈베지 돈이 또 불러다 대나 샹치 셈라 그랬어. 아니 군도 샹치도 샹치 셈 운에 달랍대 그랬어.
돈이 또 별로더라.
돈이 또 불러더라 대나 샹치 셈. 샹치 셈베지라 돈이 돌로 쳐다 말다. 바나 샹선 파베지 돈이 또 불러더라 대나 샹치 셈.
Yeah. So it is the mind that realizes emptiness directly in the continuum of Arya Bodhisattva. It's
Okay.
Ultimate bodhicitta.
대나 단도 샹치 셈다 샹치 셈이 가와 있어. 집어 많이 쓰더니. 대나 샹치 셈 많이 나왔다.
So ultimate bodhicitta, is it bodhicitta?
어야. What do you think?
What about merit accumulation? He's saying right here, without bodhicitta, you would only be able to complete primal wisdom, not your merit
Yeah.
accumulation.
That's different. some 속사를 봐.
Sonam Zoto 말했어.
야, 속속 말이야.
Yeah, so without bodhicitta, you will not be able to complete the accumulation of
So it
merit.
has to be active, right? Like, I can think about, I want to save the world,
Yeah.
sitting and doing nothing. You know, that's like daydreaming. Like, I want to be the richest man in the
Yeah.
world. Get my job today. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
Yeah, this is telaya any karo member sajidan juba tela chante lapting was.
Yeah, so, but before you could do, get into the action, you have to have the thought. So that's where there are two kind of, there's a, like by entity, there are two kind of bodhicitta. That's called like aspiring bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So the first one is the aspiring bodhicitta.
Scott. Okay. 제자 슈만의 돈좀 샹지고 샘스나 가르치는 샹선 파베지지 야마나 태진 파베지 돈유도 별로더라 다도 샹지고 샘라 그랬더니 고고를 돈도 샹지고 샹지고 많이
And so therefore now you have to understand the ultimate bodhicitta is not bodhicitta. It's the realization of, direct realization of emptiness within the continuum of Arya Bodhisattva.
아 세상질이야 샹지고 샘지 샘베 돈유도 베셔랍세 고초를
And so the other way of saying is the wisdom realizing emptiness conjoined with bodhicitta. The wisdom realizing emptiness directly conjoined with bodhicitta is called ultimate bodhicitta.
오케이
wisdom and merit. Then same.
메레라나 다 그러 니바지로다 니바시
Sonam.
손음 세다 니바 내가 대 지워는데 아니 니바데 용걸 세는 거로 손음 싸세데 가지 내가 대 지워라 때니 되게 니바지 토고 세로
So merit is like a power. It's like a potential. Right? So
Yeah.
when you do something, you gain the power, potential, to gain something. So you did something, and through that you gain the power to have that, and that's called merit.
제가 돈이 또 비셔랍 곰바이나 아니 이식 속싸 그래서
So when you meditate on emptiness, then you accumulate wisdom, accumulation of wisdom.
다 짐바통 수좀소 저바곰 샹지고 샘 곰바이나 아니 손음 속싸 그러려고 그래서
So when you meditate on bodhicitta, when you practice generosity, morality, patience, and so forth, then you accumulate merit.
Okay, do you understand difference? Okay, yes.
So it's the ultimate bodhicitta. The definition is realizing emptiness in the mind of an Arya Bodhisattva. Is that correct?
Arya Bodhisattva. Arya means superior Bodhisattva.
But isn't bodhicitta? Doesn't bodhisattva come from bodhicitta?
That's a good
Yes.
second yes.
So then, how come? So then, if that's the case, then wouldn't realizing emptiness in the mind of a bodhisattva who's already realized bodhicitta become enlightenment?
가서
The Sangye 말해봤어.
서
The 동영어스 도베 동영어스 셔럽 심베다 장주 셈바디 Sangye 심바 말해.
제어마
No, they have not. He has not realized. I mean, not reached enlightenment yet.
샹지고 샘발라 람가요로 와서 대화침을 람가요로 와서
So there are 5 paths that you have to go through, to gain enlightenment. It's called the full enlightenment.
Okay, I think there most people there right now. And the 강사 되게 잘 샹지고 샘 가디 토마티와나 대 샹섬 람 담보시고 그래서
So when you first generate bodhicitta, then you have just entered the first path. So there are 5 paths. So you have entered the first path.
아니 되네 돈이 된시도 또 와야나 아니 다 돈이도 내지 인사래 삼도 쇼와야나 된시도 또 와라 되나 아니 샹섬 니바드시고 그래서 샹섬 조나라 그래서
And then while you are there, when you have entered into the first path, it's called a path of accumulation. At that time, you meditate on emptiness. You meditate on, then you gain some realization of emptiness, not a direct realization, but some level of understanding, realization. We call it in the manner of meaning and generality, just like so like an image, of the emptiness, and you see that. And when you realize that, then you move to the second path. It's called the path of preparation.
되네 돈이 응수도 다 근데 잘한다고 하는데 응수 가디 도나 아니 샹섬 바바샤 그래 돈이 응수 똑바래서 다나 사제요 말다나 콜람니로 그래
So you still have to depend on some kind of a mind, like a special insight, to realize the emptiness. So when you do that, focus on emptiness, and at that time you have realized emptiness, right? So you have realized emptiness, and then you keep meditating, and then after some time you come to realize emptiness directly. Yeah? And that time you reach this third path. It's called path of seeing, when you have seen the truth.
오케이 제가 슈만의 전화도 배나 나도 샹섬 바바라 대신 바바라 그래 대지 돈이 응수 또 별로더라 아니 대동 샹지 샘라 그래 대 샹지 샘 많이 라고 그래서
And so at that time, when the third path of seeing, when you come to realize emptiness directly, right? And that emptiness, which is in the continuum of the Arya Bodhisattva, that's called ultimate bodhicitta. So the ultimate bodhicitta is the realization of emptiness in the continuum of Arya Bodhisattva on the third path or the path of seeing. And so therefore that is not an actual bodhicitta. And
Okay.
you have not gained enlightenment yet.
Okay, you got it? You got it. 제자 군tum 샤지고 셈사다 샤지고 문에 들랍도 그래서.
And so the real bodhicitta, actual bodhicitta, is the conventional bodhicitta.
다 군tum 샤지도는 말하니 그래서. 아니 멤버 셈제단 주바듯이 단테 남람 몸보에다 멤버 셈제 주바듯이 니요 그래서.
So the conventional bodhicitta, there are two types: the aspirational or the wishing bodhicitta, and engaging bodhicitta.
오케이. 대다 안에 멤버 셈제다 따때 제공도 약본도 삼는도 시대대 받을라 멤버 셈제 벤도스. 주바지 따텔 액션 문 슝에들.
So the aspiring or wishing bodhicitta is wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient. You have the wish, but you're not doing anything yet. You just have the wish, So that's called wishing bodhicitta. And then after that, I say, oh yeah, so for that, I must do this, and then you engage in that practice, And that's called engaging bodhicitta.
Yes.
Where is it held? Mind or the heart?
What?
Bodhicitta.
가로.
And then 또 장주스님도 거의 열했어. similar 여력이 닝래 열했어.
I think maybe here. 제자 셈래 샤지부터 셈고 연대래. 샤지부터 셈고 연대래.
So bodhicitta is a quality of a mind.
but 내차 가와서 가올라.
Where is
Right,
attachment?
I tend to think
Like example, easy
war
easy.
is like a feeling state as well.
No, not feeling.
No.
Isn't it the main mind? If we consider it because of the chitta, part that it is a mind itself.
조심을 위해서.
조심을 그래. 조심을. 야, 조이지 남을 여와서 이지 시발에 조심 자기 요래서. 간지 셈그 채시. 다셈 조심 남을 못 버려 봐.
Yeah. So there are many different kind of primary minds. So it's one of it is a primary mind. So
빼차잖아. 나도 미jel라 저런 너차 가와 생각도 가득 야무나 코로 가와 생각 가득
So yeah, it is a quality of the mind.
Yeah, quality.
So like if you're asked where is attachment, where is the delusion? Because
do you
we have
say?
delusion, right? We have delusion. We have attachment. So if you ask, do you have attachment? I say yes. So where is the attachment?
대양한도 셈그 채시라.
Well, actually, that's more in the heart too.
And that's in the
Well,
heart,
like
not in the
love
mind.
Your pet dog and it gets hit by a bus. You feel it in your heart. That's what I'm getting.
닝래 열었어. 닝래 열었어. similar 뭐. So that's not in the mind. It's in the heart.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to get to. It's like in the West.
How you guys explain? Yeah, this is complicated too now. 나도 맨날 셈 가와 생각도 가들라서.
But where is the mind?
Always say you guys.
Where is the mind? Is it in the heart or
Heart?
is it in the brain?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what you say.
Well, in the West we'd say it's from
You guys are here?
yes from electrical activity in the brain. I mean that's what we say.
Yeah. Yes.
Heart, they always talk about being connected to the mind.
하트 생각도 샤도도 들어봐.
So the heart is that piece of meat inside our body, right?
Right. I mean, of course, metaphorically, the heart meaning your feeling state, not the organ
You're
that's
saying
pumping blood.
more that it's a feeling or emotion than a thought, like or than a.
Yeah.
But the definition that we learned in Tsongkhapa, they say it's a main mental knower, right? And then
Yeah.
the concomitant mental factors are the aspiration, right?
Uh-huh.
And so it's gotta be
Okay.
it's mind.
Yeah. 근데 시바 가와서.
Where is the consciousness?
Everywhere. No, it's not like in one part from.
pervades the body.
So 심기 남신다. 그래서 이게 남신다.
이진남시.
다 먼저 더 옹시선으로 다 옹시도 거의 되어라. 수부 사상 열었어. 다 미기
제자
명한데 미gle 열어.
간지 다 지나서
미기
나오는
옹시도
거지.
미gle.
이시세대 당가 좀 니가 나로 있는 까지 간지 슐로고 열래 다 간지 원생하고 가름 마행이겠다. 시바지었다 간지. 이지 시바다 내 니가 나로 샤게나 레바 나로 샤게나 간지 수부차에 간갈 잡는 게 열. 제가 딱 가와 무슨부터 다 소소 세당 담는 뭐 보여 봐. 나도 제가 잔대려 생각도 laptop 말 봤어. 세당 나네 쇼네 셔봐야나 단데 짜치 단담 뭔데 티 짜디나 요르시 뭐 셔 요르시.
No, it's a similar, like nerves, right? The veins or nerves. The mind goes through that, just like the air goes through that, then mind goes through that, and so it's everywhere. So like if we talk about the consciousness, like the mental consciousness or sense consciousness, the sense consciousness depends on the senses, on the organs, right? And the mental consciousness, there's like thought, and that comes after the sense consciousness. So, and again, it is very difficult to say where exactly it is, right? Is it in the heart, in the brain, or other part of the nerves, or where it is? So you can't really pinpoint and say this is where the heart and the mind is. It's all just like everything else. Everything, it is also designated by mind.
So it's primarily intellectual. It's not a feeling. Because a lot of times when you think of compassion or whatever, it's predominantly.
So you're thinking about two separate, like thought and then feeling, like that, right?
To a clearer view is when you're talking about this, are you talking about purely a mental state without divorced from any feeling? Is it a synthesis of the two? It's not clear to me.
그런 데서는 가서 삼바세잖아. 삼바된 가서 레바네는 거라. 저와디라. 저와든 가서 삼 가서 가서 닝는 거라서. 밀레페나 페나쟁 가서 소소기 닝져서 들으지라 뭐라 쇼베나. 텔라 가서 저기라. 저와디 닝는 거라서. then 레바네는 거 말했어. 삼바는 거 말했어. 셈는 거 말했어. 닝는 거 말했어. this control shutdown 되는 사람 거지.
Yeah.
So bodhicitta, can it just rationally think, okay, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like example, pena te ngama lokashi ngalaya ani therapy ka tajechene mi leba kaji shangju sem gom.
가서 세도 저와도 가서 셈바셔거라.
먼저 셈바세다 셈나 샤다 셈세 가로다.
저와도 이제 셈베저를 봐서.
간지 이때는 이지시 바랬어 간지. 제가
그래서 가서 셈중샤오 말해. 저와디 셈중샤오라.
저완디시 셈바엘라시 바레 방가.
근데 공동가서.
야. 대코라 되네 셈주세대다 간지 조셈지금 코드로 단다 샹주고 셈도 조셈지 딩코주야 셈주 공동가 차다는 거. 조셈 차다라 수동강가 여러 와서.
남번 나오셨던 가르쳤어요.
제가 다 남배 나를 가르쳐 오르나 가지 원신가 오카라 마행이겠다 간지 이지가 탄년쟁이가 시버질라다 이
삼바다.
삼보식들이 삼소실.
So so in Buddhism, of course, is the feeling is also part of the mind. I mean, when you talk about mind in general, then there's a primary mind and then secondary mind, and then it falls under the category of secondary mind, like the omnipresent mind, the five omnipresent mind, and like the feeling, discrimination, and the contact, and so forth. So all this comes in under. So each primary mind has its associated the omnipresent minds. And so like bodhicitta, is a primary mind, and then there's like associated the omnipresent minds of that also. And so in general, it says a mind, so it's not like separated like a heart or mind like that. So in general, it's a mind. Heart, we say, is like the organ, right? So there's one type of organ in our body. That's the heart. So there's a saying that mind dwells there, or some say mind dwells in the brain and so forth. But that's a separate. So in general, the feeling is also a mind in general.
제가 다 간돌라다 가지 닝기 친구들이랑 단 만들어 게 막까지 디 셈세데 가와내더나 가지다 니도 내더나 그 만들어서 게 말아서.
They talk about a heart chakra, not the organ.
Exactly.
The
Yeah. So like that, in that case, yes. In Buddhism, it will say like the primary mind or the consciousness, so that goes from life to life, dwells there.
Okay. 간지 따때 공항 건 시다는 담을 뭐 간지 또 여다 되는도 시점나 간지 로스면 되게 간지 당연히 랍것 가로. 제가 샹주고 셈세디 간지 왕시 말했다 이지시 받자대 그래서 간지다 셈고 초와 땡에 든디기다 니바지레스 든디기 시바시.
And so anyway, so bodhicitta, and of course you can think like that, So in tantric practice, they always think about the heart chakra, like you said. So that's where the mind dwells. So if you think like that, there's no problem thinking that way, and there's no fault, to think in that way. So anyway, so bodhicitta, is a primary mind. Yes, it's a mental consciousness.
든디전에 아니 간도 밀어야 간지 초와 숙천보 이젠백에 초와 숙천보 땡에 든디기 다살기 샤이 서로.
And then because, from there comes the compassion, the empathy, and all these things. So you can say, do us in the heart.
Okay? 제대로 가도 시바되고 너도 로섬 잘라로 샤메와다 고 제시잔 데스고 믹타야 맞은 간지 가도 일부 차선 간지 다 시바가 섬대 여러분.
And so it's pervading, the mind is pervading all over the body. You can't say, it's only there. So wherever you touch, you feel that there's a mind there, And so that shows that there's a mind everywhere. Yeah, so you can't just say, oh, the mind only exists there.
Okay, 다 강아들 semje 탐족에 야 안에 상제 공부 돕고 근데 대체대야 손은 붙고 싸고 근데 삼을 내가는 제고 근데 삼대에 갈라 아니 될라 아니 멤버 semje라 그래서.
And so going back to the bodhicitta, two types of bodhicitta, aspiring bodhicitta or wishing bodhicitta and engaging bodhicitta. So the wishing bodhicitta is thinking of course, all the compassion, loving kindness and all towards other sentient beings. And then, in order to benefit them, I must achieve enlightenment. So having that thought first is called wishing bodhicitta.
다 딘링원이 샤와라 쉬우니 지데 디 내가가 시바들라 아니 샹치 무슨 되나 주바들라 그래서.
And so at that time you have the wishing bodhicitta, wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. And then for that reason, say, I'm going to engage in this practice, or I'm going to engage in this activity, or this, task, and so forth. So when you do that, then that's called the engaging bodhicitta.
Okay? Understand? 다 간제 되니까 다 되니까 초니 싸발라 때네 아니 다 간제 드니 받쳐다 저 방도 그래서.
And so, so in order to purify all these obscurations, that prevents us from gaining enlightenment, we need these two: the accumulation of merit and accumulation of wisdom.
제자 아니 쏘는 거 초라나 아니 심바트면서 배나 땅아도 파신 두거나 파신 담보 시대 냠내 제보가라 쏘는 것도 사기 그래. 타만이 베가라 이식 속사되게 그래서.
So the first six perfection, the practice of the six perfections, like generosity and morality, patience and effort, and then there's concentration and wisdom. So the first four are accumulation of merit, and then the last two are accumulation of wisdom.
다 원래 촌이 가지 싸고 그러나 아니 가도 꾼이 덮고 그래서 꾼이.
So the reason for accumulating the merit and wisdom, what's the reason for that? It's because we have to achieve two bodies of the Buddha.
간들 따때 가도 된 도셔야 지내시거든요. 그 산이 가도 로다 가도 그래나. 근데다 배나 산지게 지지 투지 시바이 놓아서 대 도약이 쳐다 아니 식소 사기 그래. 산지가 꾸주대 도약이 쳐다 손부터 사기 그랬다. 고대 오지나.
So just like we have body and mind, that's like that. There's an enlightened body and an enlightened mind, right? So in order to achieve these two, the enlightened body of the Buddha and enlightened mind of the Buddha, we need to have accumulation of merit for the enlightened body of the Buddha, and accumulation of wisdom for the enlightened mind of the Buddha.
된다. 아니 초니가 싸마터나 아니 상제 공부 돕고 말해서.
So if we are not able to accumulate, complete these two accumulations of the merit and wisdom, we will not be able to achieve enlightenment.
제단도 가도 yes.
Is this the same as method in wisdom?
Yeah.
Same as method in wisdom.
야 탑셔라. 탑라나 아니 손음블라 그래서.
Yes.
샤라블라나 이실라 그래서.
So the method is the merit, and the wisdom is wisdom.
아니 탑기 냠래 강연 받으라 손은 부속. 샤랍기 냠래 강연 받으라. 샤랍. 이식소.
So whatever practice involving the bodhicitta, is the method practice, and whatever practice involving wisdom is the accumulation of wisdom.
제다 가도 배나 banana bread. Do you know banana bread? Banana bread 심어요.
Is it delicious?
No. Okay. 제나다 저도 심셔도 가래 갈라.
For me, it's one side. What's the most delicious one?
Chocolate. How about chocolate?
Chocolate cake?
Chocolate cake. Chocolate ganala ya. Chocolate ganala. Ngamo mena karchanu.
What happens if chocolate is not sweet?
심보요래.
Bitter?
심보요 말아왔어.
Is it delicious?
제다 chocolate 심보요 어디 ngamo 가래 나왔어.
So it's through the kindness of this sweetness that chocolate becomes delicious, right?
제다도 나도 ngāng디나도 ngāng 냠내 제다 나도 졸음 쉬위라 그랬어. 대 용화티 ngā를 니바요 저디 샹축 선별했어.
So just like that, the practice of the tantra, which is a very quick path, to achieve enlightenment. So that becomes possible, to achieve enlightenment quickly through the practice of tantra by the kindness of bodhicitta.
나도 배우려라 티시마 마켓까지 됐다. 티세요 가지. 티세데 마르탄장 주네. 내가 제메제네로 아무수 심보저스. 심보 영화데 다고 마켓까지 됐어. 대다 바나나 브레드 심보 영화가도 그 마르티로.
So there's a pudding made by butter, and sweet, all these things, and that becomes very delicious by the kindness of the butter. So banana bread is the same like that, right? So banana bread becomes delicious by the kindness of the butter. If you don't put butter, will the banana bread be delicious?
아, 제가 마르세데 셰페 메드베 건데 뭐도 칼라 심보세야 갖고 약간
Ingredient.
잘라야 수시데 마르세데.
So one of the best ingredients for making the food delicious, right?
놈 들어봐.
Butter and oil.
놈 그래 들어봐. 제가 테나가 칼라 차서 놈메나 니바 명이 심보명 자는도 제 집에 냠내 차서 니바 요메데 샤죽sem데 두기더라.
So just like that, without the butter, it will not be delicious. Just like that, butter or the oil, it will not be delicious. Just like that, without bodhicitta, the practice, Mahayana practice will not become will not have any potential to achieve enlightenment.
저도 넘치는 마사다. 저도 수보 그런 요구를 하는데 수보 빠빠빠시 되는 거 버린 못 되는 거 하는 거.
So if we don't eat oil at all, no oily, no greasy at all, what happens?
What happens?
Your body becomes dry. I mean, your face becomes dry, right? The skins will peel off, right? The hairs will grow in your body.
What happened? What the nurse say?
Your pimples will go away.
We go away.
Pimples.
야, 진짜다 시다 고놈 그렇게 고 야버데 대대 가지 샹집sem데 차대는 왔어.
So you need oil in your body, right? So anyway, like that. Anyway, bodhicitta is very important.
제당도 그냥 나샹 와한테 나면 걸어야 샹집sem도 막 내버도 나가도 왔어.
So therefore, in the practice, in the teaching on the tantra, like giving initiation, when the initiation is given, of the deity, then always ask to generate bodhicitta at the beginning. And,
Okay.
and also, of course, bodhisattva vow is given, before the initiation.
제가 남주 땅가서 간도 내가 하고 그거잖아. 남주 미만 보고 대답 샹집에서 샹집에서 놀러고도 왔어. 대 샹집에서도 대답 소리 가와인 납초 그랬어.
And so, going back to the ultimate bodhicitta and bodhicitta, so we get confused. We think the ultimate bodhicitta is also bodhicitta, but actually not. The ultimate bodhicitta is contradicting, with the bodhicitta, contradictory, from bodhicitta.
이나 대놈 샹집에서 샘데 맨나 안가도 양 사제 두고 말했어.
But without ultimate bodhicitta, gaining enlightenment is not possible.
와. 군도 샹집에서 맨나 양 사제 두고 말했어.
Without conventional bodhicitta, gaining enlightenment is also impossible.
제 장가도 어느 부지와라 같이 파만이게 되고 그러고 대치 말했어.
So just like you need to have the both eggs and sperm from the parents, right, for the child to be born.
근데 파만이게 돼 말이야 부지야 요래.
And so if there is any of the substance from the parents lacking, then is it possible to have a child? If any of the substance from the parents are missing.
근데 미지 가지는 거는 지는 것도 저 텔내 가져나. 부지와라 파만이 가지고 되고 있는.
So why do you need both substances from parents for the child to be born?
텔내 가져.
For a child to be born, what do you say?
We need the chromosomes from both sides.
why 님인데.
Why?
It's the nature of life.
Why? Mm-hmm.
제가 안에 가서 야 티카로 서스트링 커서나 괜히자 가지고 거기서나.
Mm-hmm.
제가 가서 그 상제와라 가지제는 가서 손으로 소시 손이자 거기서나 그 가지다 대 예샘들 라기자베다 내처로 와서 그런 로다. 대가도 지주당 개요 말이야.
So again, you can ask why. Why do you need that cause again? Okay. So anyway, just like we need those two, like we need those two for the child to be born. Just like that, we need these two, ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta, to gain enlightenment.
제가 너도 저다 잡는 가서 콜로님은야 콜로 칭첸로 타탄 콜로 칭은 로통도 시다
Shokpanimena.
쇼바님은 포토만 도
So just like a bird won't be able to fly, without two wings, it needs two wings. And just with one wing, it will not be able to fly.
제가 고마저월 까마니고 도와서
To walk, you need two legs, right?
제가 두 로탄 치파로다 시단 로탄 대다 사 제발아야 간지 답당 실험이고 그래서
So just like that, in order to gain enlightenment, you need these two, method and wisdom.
제가 보고 제발아 아니 파마니고 그래서
Like you need, two parents, father and mother, for a child to be born.
아니 마데 혈압 받았다 말로 제가
The mother is like wisdom, and the father is the method.
제가 아니 고 내가 저한테 다들 마셔 드레자 코딘 로다 드레자 상제발아 소놈서 이시 손이 사고 그래서 된다 년도 파바도 사마지 비제데 아니 군주 상제가 소놈 소데 메와인다 되래서
So the practice that makes one enabled, enables one to achieve enlightenment, is the practice of bodhicitta. And so just with one, will not be able to achieve enlightenment. You need both. And the reason why the healers and solitary realizers are not able to gain enlightenment, although they have the direct realization of emptiness, is because of lacking bodhicitta.
오케이 제가 다 상주쌤 곰사대까지 상주쌤자 간다데 심페가 삼바 이제라 편독전도 삼바 드리라 상주쌤 고요로와
So therefore we need bodhicitta. It is very important, to gain enlightenment. Such like wishing to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all individuals. So that thought has to be there for us to be able to gain enlightenment.
오케이 드리게 쌤 곰바이는 가서 쌤 세주 침보자 아니 가서 노다ኞ로 해서와
So if you have that kind of courageous mind, wanting to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, then there will be less problems.
제가 상주고 쌤그 끝내 라네인데 열로고 스코트라야 낫직대와나 아니 대상제 고마도 이제로 그래서
And so then once you have generated bodhicitta, any kind of activity you involve, it becomes a cause to achieve enlightenment. Like with bodhicitta, if you give one piece of nut to the squirrel back in the backyard, then that also becomes a cause to achieve enlightenment.
아니 간도데 홈레스 피볼이야 피니 그로 펜
Penny.
페닝 직대와나 대상제 문제로 그래서
So in giving a single penny to a homeless person with the bodhicitta, becomes a cause to achieve enlightenment.
오케이 들리자 아니 상주쌤한테 배 편이 좀 못한 데 저기 상주쌤 편이냐서도 편이냐식
So this is all talking about the benefits of bodhicitta. So there are great benefits in generating bodhicitta.
오케이 다디 오더라는 니도 상제라노 통오제 상제 상주쌤 발렌주시다 년도다 아니 년도다 상제는 통와래 상제대 년도다 아니 라 상제냐 아니 통오래 통와래 아니 통오 상제 중에 가는 상주쌤 발렌 통와래 근데 상주쌤 바도 차상 좋은데 왔어
가자, 근데 로주 가자 돼. 마무슈도.
근데 잘 넘어 같이 가 색치들로다 엄마 좀 색치로 오시대 마무슈도 그럼 뭐지
So this part here then become a further source of every happiness for others. So it says in engaging in the middle way, the powerful Buddha produced the Saravakas and the mind, the middling Buddhas, but the Buddhas developed from Bodhisattvas.
주제 갈 거도
What do you understand here?
어
This one here in the text,
Yeah, text.
and the outline 333.
Can you read it?
333. It says in engaging in the middle way, the powerful Buddha produced the Saravakas and middling Buddhas, but the Buddhas developed from Bodhisattvas.
What do you think? Then
And then,
out there
and then,
That's
and
good.
then, and then people become Saravakas and middling Buddhas. So that's how the Buddha gave birth, to the Buddha. Like he says that the Buddhas produced the Saravakas and a middling Buddha, which is the Patyeka Buddha or solitary realizers.
Okay. Where come from egg? Where come from chicken? Who's fast? What do you say?
There's no answer.
Really? 아니 egg 때 가로 chicken 때 egg 넣어 말해. 뭐 egg 때 chicken 넣어 말해.
So egg is a result of chicken. Yes or
Two
no?
chickens,
Is it?
chicken and a rooster.
Egg came from chicken, right? So egg is a result of chicken.
Buddhahood isn't it technically uncaused? I mean,
Yeah, that's a cost. They talk about cost.
caused, but
Therefore,
like through cessation, that's uncaused.
그러.
상계대 거는 규매벌 좀 말해봤어. 상계대.
What?
상계대 규매벌 좀 가서나 당가서 뭐니고도 알아. 뭐니고 딱 봐라.
알레라.
뭐니고도 규매라 하세요.
알레. 산제 제요 말해봤어.
So there's no cause for Buddhahood?
Yes, no, okay? No. 산제 제요 말해서 저도 like yes, no.
Is there a cause for Buddhahood or no?
I think technically
And
speaking, if we consider
no, you have to say yes, no, okay? No, okay? And then
Is
산제
there a cause for Buddhahood or no?
산제 제요하다.
I say no.
There's no cause for Buddhahood?
It's uncaused.
근데 산제 제미네 제요 임바다.
So the Buddha is born without a cause?
오케이. 제 대에나 안에 소능소도 20손이지 산제 제마 임바다.
And what about the accumulation of merit and accumulation of wisdom? Aren't they the cause of Buddhahood?
Is not true cessation uncaused.
그래요.
그래서 이런 거 원이고도 되는 딱 말했어.
맞아, 뭐.
유명했어.
뭐니가 딱 봐는 산제 딱 봐고 그래요.
So because the
Is
nature
it-
truth
it's
body
true-
is permanent, that means the Buddha is permanent also?
아니 산제 맞다 봐 임바다. 이시적 맞다 봐 임비셨어.
What about the wisdom truth body of the Buddha? That's impermanent.
제가 산제
Isn't that Buddha also?
No, you have to think about that, okay? 근데 뭐지 뭐 보임 받는 저도 갈라 내가자.
Is human being a male? What do you say? Is human being a male or female?
어느 후면 메일 받아, 피메일 받아.
Is human being female or male?
What?
Huh? Both? Human beings both?
Human beings are both male and female.
No,
Oh, yeah,
not
then-
are. Human being is. Human being. Human being is one, right? Human being is male or female? Yes.
Yes, what? Yes, what? 근데 부부모니까 가만 받아.
So isn't male and female contradictory?
니 많이 받은 인자 이거요.
They are not, because there is such in there, because they are not contradictory, because there's a common locus of them.
Because 뭐더라도.
It's the human being. The human being is both of them, right? Human being is a male and human female. So human being is male and female, and so there is something that is both male and female. Is it? Teresa.
제가
So male and female are not contradictory, and that they are not opposite. Huh? So they are not opposite. Yes.
yes, no.
No, they are they're mutually exclusive because there's not something.
Yeah, but there is a human being. Human being is both male and
But if
female.
you're comparing only the two.
Huh? But you say human being is male and female, right? Both male and female.
No, it's either. I didn't say that. It's one or the other.
It's either. So not both.
One or the other.
So not both. So what is it?
보래 봉오래.
So what is it? Male or female?
It's either.
이들은 거.
강우절에서.
가는데 가들은 무슨 데.
So which one? Either on which one then? It has to be either. So which one?
Human beings are divided into.
인자 이거지 요다네.
So we just had a problem with saying both, and you're saying it's both again.
이제는 problem. 제가 늦은 가도 단다 주소 자살 쇠자 두소자거든. 쇠자 두자거. 드네지네 리판람브라 삼도 가유문이 땅 거스.
So yeah, you can debate in that way. Then that makes you think of all sorts of things. If you don't debate, you don't think. So when you debate, it makes you think, and that helps you to increase your
제 자당에서
understanding.
아니 지금도네 잔인한 소리스.
So which one came first, chicken or the egg?
Yes, with what? What you think? 제대로 돼도 다시 현실에서만 하는데 상징할 수나?
So like that, who came first? Buddha came first or Bodhisattva came first? Huh?
그래.
포마요 말했어.
and then Shanju Sama Kanayamar.
Where did Bodhisattva come from?
Mama Busamache, and Yentu the Raja Kanishamaris. Yentu the Raja.
So Saravakas and middling Buddhas came from where? Buddhas?
Karchen.
Why? How? Why or how?
No. This is all the problem, okay? The problem. Yentu the.
Continuity.
What's it?
Like there has to be a continuity, like karmic consequences. Just like you shoot a billiard, it hits another. Same thing, like chicken egg. Maybe it came from a dinosaur. That's what they're saying now. But the thing is, there has to be some ground. So I think people are kind of hinting about clear light. There has to be some foundation to build upon, or else there's nothing. There's no continuity. It has to
Because
be.
they have come.
그래서는 다 무튼을 도와줘 고래서 지금 지금 다 가서 다 지금 다 얘기는 가능해 와서 지금 좀 단순히 그랬어.
제다다 Yentu the Rajanikana Tomola Shortando.
But it says here, right? The
Yentu
powerful
Sanjay
Buddhas
Lutto.
produce the Saravakas and middling Buddhas.
Right? It was the ha.
How?
Rinpoche said
Huh?
there was a text that says there's no first Buddha and no last Buddha.
Karse.
So if there's no first Buddha, then you can always have Buddha in.
And the Sanji Tambo Yomarve.
상담 요말사.
Manani Karum, Koji the Sanji Tambo Marves.
The Kawadi 상했어요.
Yeah.
So what about Kawajik, is like the first Buddha, another Shakyamuni Buddha is the fourth Buddha.
And the Sanji Tangayo Mares. Sanji Tangayo Mares.
So there's no number to the Buddhas? You can't count Buddhas? Are Buddhas counted?
Yes, no. Yeah. What do you think? Sanji Tangayo.
Is there a count? You can count the Buddhas or no? You can count?
Okay, Bob.
상계 장토です.
Okay. Cheda Sanji Tangayo.
So therefore there is a number you can count because Buddhas can count, right? If Buddha can count, then that means it should be countable.
Cheda Sanji Tangayo Mare.
So there's no beginning of Buddha? Bob, you said
Sanji Tambo Yomare.
there's no first Buddha and there's no last Buddha, we said.
That's what Geshe Rinpoche said was in a text.
Uh-huh.
When somebody asked this question on
Okay.
this topic.
제가 따뜻한 som당고를 대 산지 담보요 말이었어. 산지 장가요 말이야. 다 리바 담보들래. 산지 장가요 말이었나?
So you can't count the Buddhas?
Yes, no. No, you have to say yeah. 장가요나 산지 안게 담보 들어왔어.
So you can't count the Buddhas. If you can count,
then
then the first one is the first Buddha. You have to count, right? You say 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number 1, is the first Buddha.
Okay.
If you can count, but if you can't, if there's no first Buddha, then you should not be able to count.
제대로 지금도 공하고 뛰었는데 내게 됐는데 삼도 하우지 딱 못하는데. 니들 산지나 통하셨다. 니들 라전이 통을 가지셔야나 산지 취점을 통을 해서 그러고 이제 대비죠 말아.
So yeah, I mean, in here when it says a powerful Buddha produced the Saravakas and middling Buddha, that means like the Buddha came, right? There was, there's in this world, like when we talk about the term of the time of Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha Shakyamuni came and then he gave teachings and then people practice and then they become Saravakas and middling Buddhas, right? Isn't like that?
Yes.
Well, all right. So I think of does every acorn become a tree?
Not necessary.
So it has the potential, but what? There has to be certain causes and conditions. So in theory, every one of us can become a Buddha, but only if certain causes and conditions are met. So you have to divide potential between actualization. That's the way.
So what are you trying to say? So that chicken didn't come from egg?
Forget the chicken.
Yeah, no, and not every egg produces chicken, and not every chicken produces egg, right? But chicken comes from the egg. Whatever chickens produce, that's produced from the egg, right? And that's what I say.
So I don't know how to understand this because it's like we can see where we are now, where bodhisattvas come from Buddha's teachings.
Yeah.
From Buddhas, and then but I can't really see any beginning, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like when Buddha said, if you get shot by a poison arrow, don't worry about the thing you Buddhist. Don't worry about that.
Oh, don't worry about that. Mama, they go report not that I mean, no that thing, and worry check this. Go report and garden.
Yeah, I mean, it can harm, if it is not
Not
logical.
true.
Like, if it's not logical, it can harm. It has to be logical.
Right?
I don't see how there can be a beginning. I mean,
then you know the one. The Sanji Shanju symbol. Can you Sanji the Shanju symbol and Tuma Revasana?
So Buddha is born from Bodhisattva?
Do and the Shanju symbol and Sanji and Tuma Revasana.
But the Bodhisattva is not born from Buddha?
Bodhisattva is born from great compassion.
That, she has a 10 neural like those.
Nyingji Shumbu Tonas.
Ah, so who?
Chanju Sambade.
Sanji Shanju symbol. And the Niji Chimon Tuna and Sanji Lamantu Gomoro.
So if he's born from compassion, does it mean that it's not born from Buddha?
But actually, it's not born from
Huh?
Buddha. Another way to look at it is like, so a medical student, are they born from a doctor? No, the knowledge, right? So what makes a Buddha, it's not like the Buddha's magically transferring powers. It's outside the Buddha. The Buddha has an omniscient mind, so it's really the universe, just like the medical student. The doctor, the best surgeon, teaches him, but he's not learning to become the surgeon. It's what the surgeon's teaching him. I'm not maybe saying it clearly.
I think
but
that's good, yeah. That's good, yeah.
It's what makes a Buddha and not is, that's just the nature of ultimate reality. And so a Buddha, or somebody who's fully enlightened on the path to omniscience, they are in harmony with the nature of the way things are. Comes first. You can't answer that.
Then they do go on to six up like this. That's not it. Six up. I think over it. Then
Tsuktsam.
six up here, yours. And the Peshana. And then Devra Kawachasana.
So where is Devra born from?
Mom.
So Devra is produced by
Mom.
mother and father?
And Joe Mother Marivas.
But aren't you a mother?
Everybody.
But aren't you a mother?
Joe Amar Camera, Joe Ama ambitious. And they can
You're not born from mother because you are a mother. It's like it's just a mere word.
Yeah, the
It's
thing-
playing with the word.
Six them Momcharis. That the Shepjadri yet and the Shepjadri chairs. The Koran Rotan Kaka yours. And when the chicken the Goni carry how metas. Single in it.
Was it true that there's no beginning then? Is it true
Tomo
there's no
yomaresa.
beginning and no end?
Sangye Tomo Yomare.
Besan Sanja Tami Toma Mesro.
Sangye Tomo Tama Tambo Sangi Gyume was.
Chiyo that. And yours. They child like the coin. And those Netaka.
So yeah, it is. I mean, it is true that there's no beginning, and there's no end of the Buddha. This is the last Buddha, and that's the first Buddha. There's no such like this. And then also, what Jennifer said is there's Sangye Tomo Tambo Sangi Gyume was. So the first Buddha, the first Buddha, it's like there's no cause for the first Buddha. So if there's a Buddha, then of course there will be cause. Right? There's no first Buddha, so there's no cause. So there's no cause for Buddha. So Buddha is causeless.
Then they shed on yours, they shed on Dreshijana yours.
So there's a way of saying like that, also
Yeah.
explaining like that.
Aren't we all Buddhas though? That have the potential to be Buddhas?
Did I yara?
Karo.
Nubo yara, Sangye Nubo yara.
Yeah, oh, everyone. Malu Tami Jala Sanji yours.
Yeah, we all have the Buddha nature, which means the potential to become Buddha.
Chedang on Sanji Rimena on College out to Mishan was.
So if we don't have that potential, then no point working hard. No point doing all these practices because you don't have the potential issue and you will never become Buddha. Then there's no point doing all these practices.
Staying in China, Gobishin, Zelon there is Tangazo, Zelona, Gobin or so.
So anyway, I mean, this is pretty straightforward here. You can just go with that. Don't worry about who shot you. Just treat the poison.
Don't worry who's come forth, who's
So,
come
but like when you discuss about that, you get all these many different ideas and words in your mind. So
Chetan Sanji Shanchu Sembal into the Sanji, the Rangi Ditch by the Shanchu was same Shanchu Semba, Shanchu was same the Yamsala Martini, any Sanchu to race to the Lagres. Ditchibe.
and so usually like we say, Buddha is born from Bodhisattva, but not from any kind of Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva, that's its cause. Right? Bodhisattva, that is the Buddha's cause. That's one's cause. Not somebody else. My bodhicitta is my is the cause for my Buddhahood. your bodhicitta is not cause for my Buddhahood, like that. So the Buddha is born from its cause, bodhicitta.
근데 가서 술저 가서 파말 뛰어라 그러었어.
So
수수 파말 뛰어 파마도 가서 등여로 왔어.
so who are we born from? We're born from our parents, from the parents. Not just the parents, but our parents, right? We are born. I'm born from my parents. You are born from your. So, but if I say I'm born from parents, then I myself is a parent. So, right? So, am I born from me? Because I'm a parent too, like that. So, I'm born from my parent, not from parent, but my parent, like that.
Yes, what do you think, Mark? Are you born parents?
Are you born from parents or from your
I
parents?
was hatched in the test tube. No, yeah, but then you could say, multiple lives, so I had an infinite number of parents, right?
Yeah.
It becomes a circular.
So you are born from infinite parents.
In theory, yeah. Well,
Got it.
그럼 파마 다음에는 깨랬어.
파말 들어가요 말해.
everybody's my mother. I must have had a lot of
파마
parents.
다음에는 깨랬어.
파말 들어가요 말해.
So your parents have no number?
Not his parents, but
Your parents, yeah, his parents.
his parents.
His parents.
Well,
He said he's
His
born from
parents
infinite
have a
parents.
number,
Unless I get a big surprise, conventionally I can count two.
So,
Okay, this is just
how many years?
this. I just make you guys a little bit think about. Okay, there's so many ways to thinking, also to exercise your mind. We exercise our mind, then also very easy to then we can concentration one. Like seminar science, what they do, they check the measurement, right? They find, okay, that's it. We exercise our mind, also say our mind. That's okay. Now that's it. Like that. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
So earlier we were talking about selflessness, and I wanted to ask about talking about the conventional I. Is the conventional I, because there is a conventional I, we know that, but is that the I that's to be refuted?
그래 군소병 가디어라. 나 열어서. 군소병 가디 열어서. 안 디디들 당가 저 가자 가디 디레베서. 군소병 가디를 베서.
가장은 대동만 가더라. 고도만 가디 그거 가고 말았어. 고 가야지 다 랑군데 좀 가디. 대도만 가디. 대가고 그랬어.
The truly existing I, not the conventional I, but the truly existing I is the I to be refuted.
단위 되면 마디 가디 고메 소고 말았어. 그게 노고 말았어.
The conventional I you don't have to refute. It doesn't harm you.
야.
The truly existing I, truly existing I.
Today I.
So, but the truly existing I,
나도 나 제나
덴버드
차지
덴버드 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 덴버드
덴버드 같이 가까이 거기까지 덴버드 같네.
So we have idea of I existing truly, So that is what is to be refuted,
right?
not the conventional I. The conventional I, the I that exists.
Okay.
So that
there's
I
the
that
I
exists.
actually
But the
exists,
truly existing I doesn't exist.
the one that functions.
But we think that exists.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what has to be refuted.
Right. There's two I's. There's the I that moves around like this
Mm-hmm.
and functions in the society, but then
Yes.
there's the I that I believe exists
Exists from its own
from
side.
its own side.
Yes.
that
제가
doesn't exist.
That
제가
doesn't exist.
난두고 랑을 좀 삼고요 말이 되나 난두 자 가로 난두데 난고요 하고요 말 간지 난두데 어떻게 제다 제나 간 마테와 레다 트니게 삼고요 말 되나 간지 오늘 파는 때 나되게 그랬어 삼되게 그랬어.
So to us, the I appears existing from its one side. You and I, because we have studied, we know. But many people don't even know that. It appears as existing from their one side, but they even don't know that it exists from its one side. They don't know. Right? Not most of people know. I mean, we don't know in terms of realization, but we know intellectually. From studying the books, we know that, the things do not exist from their one side. But people don't even do, the animals or many people don't even know. Who doesn't have this knowledge, they don't know. But to them, it appears as exists from their one side.
제가 단단 가도 전도 랑을 접을 해주 삼고요 말 되나 가도 때 나되게 그랬어 간지 전대 그랬어 대형 가도 신경 말 가도.
So when we look at the table, we look at we see the table as existing from its one side. We see it that way, but we don't think it's existing from its one side. We don't think that way, but it appears as existing from its one side to us.
오케이. 제가 까고야 다 대까고 그랬어.
So that's what's to be refuted.
오케이.
If you want to refute something.
Okay? Yes.
Earlier on you mentioned the two bodhicitta, unconventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. I've also heard relative bodhicitta. Is that the same as one of
Conventional bodhicitta, yeah.
relative is the
Conventional, yes.
Yeah, that bodhicitta have the 21 different bodhicittas. Yeah, 21. Daya sase dawam, dadar junjuneso.
So in terms of the examples,
Karo, remember?
page handler.
Daya sase dawam, dadar junjuneso. Dojerim machine, ishono nimbal, jabot da rabosh, jambakum bechunana, rani chewotana, nambani tanido, 22. This is the root text.
That's in terms of example.
Interesting example.
In terms of, when you divide the bodhicitta in terms of example, like bodhicitta like a goat, bodhicitta like a shepherd, bodhicitta like a king, like that, so that kind of, in terms of the examples, yeah.
야 샘 깨당거냐 아니 수명샤 그래서 여보다고 슈스다고 님바다고.
So in terms of generating the mind, in terms of the way you generate the bodhicitta, it can be divided like that, like a king, like a shepherd, and 야보다 축지다네.
님바.
냠바 세대.
님바 트트당게.
And then like a captain, a captain in the ship, so like bodhicitta like a captain in the ship, and so that's from the way you generate bodhicitta.
Right? Panas. Yes.
So I remember when it was training in relative bodhicitta is the path to emptiness. Is that correct?
What? Training in?
Training in relative bodhicitta.
Uh-huh.
Is the path of way to realize
Uh-huh. 군주 장수 심께야디 and 돈용어스도베 셔럽 가서 돈용어스도베 로 계약이 규례 왜서 그래서.
군도 차셨음.
군주 장수 심께발라 때네 대 돈유도 받치기 그래서.
예, 대용 토르데 인지 차와되어 말세. 되네 용.
Not necessary, but it can be.
야. 간제 군도 차지고 가제 군도 차지된 거 마치면 돈이 도요 그래서.
Some people realize emptiness before realizing, before generating bodhicitta, and then some people come to realize the bodhicitta emptiness. Then it's not like thought. So first you see, it is. It's possible to overcome all this delusion. Therefore I can do that. Then you generate bodhicitta, and then you generate bodhicitta, and then say, oh yeah, in order to become Buddha, just having bodhicitta is not good enough. I have to realize emptiness too. So that leads you to realize emptiness in order to achieve enlightenment like that. So, like the different level of bodhisattva, the sharp faculty bodhisattva and dull faculty bodhisattva, means like a little bit dull, but not really dull, but, so dull faculty bodhisattva, first generate bodhicitta and then come to realize emptiness. But the sharp faculty bodhisattvas first realize emptiness, then generate bodhicitta.
Okay?
Sorry, one more question.
Yep.
When we were talking about, when we're meditating in the mornings, you talk about looking at the statue of Buddha.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that focusing on the breath is also another way.
Yeah.
What are the differences of why you would want to focus on the breath rather than an actual image of the Buddha?
And it
What do you think is more helpful?
제가 돈비 끌라 미와이나 아니 그러고다 여기 전에 손은 무속사 그래서.
다이나도 울라 미고에도 가랬어.
울랑에는
덤벅고 미에게 잡을라더니 울라 미에게 가랬어.
아 제가 울미가 한테 뒤답대요 그래서. 또 한테 답대요. 한테 우종상 나도 담보 신말 흘려줘. 고 담보 용 그래서.
소스도 바라지다.
소스도 도와드려서. 근데 대시다 우종어 우거로 우종 그 코스에 그거로. 근데 대 담보 설 흘려요. 대 검등 강아지 줘 그래서.
So it's your preferences. So different people have different preferences, to choose the object of their meditation. In Buddhism, we say focus on Buddha because you're thinking about Buddha, thinking about Buddha's image. That creates a merit, leaves a positive and a potential in your mind. So therefore, it's better to focus on Buddha. But for the beginners, it's easier to focus on breath, and so focus on breath brings your mind to one place. From the distraction. So if your mind is going all over, and then you just bring, and then from that, once you have brought the mind in one place, then from that, then you can change it, to positive state of mind, like that. So for that reason, you focus on breath at the beginning. So there's like a 9-round breathing meditation you can do to bring your mind, to one place.
배낭간도 캄바지 않아 사자마 내오치 그래 내대치 아니 캄바지 인디가 자야레스 담보 우 정치해야 돼
Yeah, so like it's building a foundation, so when you bring your mind, through the practice, through the meditation on breath, you bring your mind there, it's like laying a foundation, and on top of that, then you generate bodhicitta, renunciation, whatever. Yeah, that's right. So then that's like building the house on the foundation.
okay yes Mark any questions
Only one.
what good
Tomorrow's the puja, right?
yes 5 o'clock 5
A
a.m.
lot of us, there's no way we can make it at 5. Is it okay? to
Why
come
not?
late?
Why not?
Work, traffic.
No, 5 o'clock, no one walk. No excuse.
And
No
you live
traffic.
right next door. No, yeah. So it started at 5 o'clock. You can stay as long as you need. You don't have to stay all the way. If you need to go to work, you can leave at 7 o'clock, 7:30. If you need to go to work, you can leave.
You can go 7 o'clock, okay.
But if you come after 8, there will be no puja. Puja will be done supposedly, from 8, so it's 5 to 8. So in 3 hours it will be done. So if you want to come, you can come in between that. Anytime in between that is fine.
Yeah, the Tibetan, tomorrow Tibetan New Year. Therefore,
So then there will be also a ceremony with the
Yeah.
Tibetans after 8 o'clock. So that will be in all,
there are
all
hundreds people
Tibetans.
come. Therefore, you can come anytime. Don't worry. But afternoon, no puja. You can come.
Come in the
He
morning.
said, I'm coming to puja. It's 2, 3 o'clock. No puja there. You can come anytime. Yeah, tomorrow we have 5 o'clock here puja. Anyone can come. Then after 8 to maybe 10, we have like Tibetans also do celebration here. Maybe a couple hundred people come here. Yeah. Then yeah, like that.
먼저 다들 소리에 거든 봐. 조심 돼야 돼.
조심히 가르쳐주죠.
이거 전에 봐. 다들 저쪽 누가 봐. And so there was going to be a arrangement for the puja set up for tomorrow. We'll not do it right away after this. So you can, if you have brought offerings, you can just leave it here, and we'll arrange it later. So the Geshe is going to organize for other people to come and set up the offerings in a traditional way. So it will take a little time, and we can't start right away. So if you have brought any offerings for tomorrow, and then you can just leave it here, and it will be arranged. It will be set up later. Yeah.
Okay, you can come anytime tomorrow, even 6 o'clock, okay. Can I come to welcome you? 5 o'clock? No, you have no excuse.
Throw a little rock at the window.
Yeah, sometimes I put up some, window. Okay, thank you.
Okay, please turn to page 39 for Thanksgiving model offering. Saji Perky Juxing Metog Tram, Re Rabling Jini Degem Padi, Sangye Jingdu Mikte Wagi, Drokun Namdak Jing Lacher Pashug, Jadsun Lame Kutse Rabden Ching, Namka Trinle Chokchogi Padang, Losang Tempedru Mesasumgi, Droemun Sotak Tu Negyur Chigi Dam, Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. Page 43, the short long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majjhana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. Page 57, prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may where unborn arise and where born never decline but increase forevermore. Mig me tse we ta chen chen jizik, dri me kien pe wang po jam pel yang, gang chen ke pe tsu gen Tsongkhapa, lo sang drak pe jab la you, Gelong.